Hello, everyone, and welcome to our webinar today here at Social Hub Site. My name is Jason Verdelli, the founder and creator of Social Hub Site, and very excited to share this particular webinar with you. This is going to cover how to set up your Social Hub Site to become a private internal community for your company. Really, what we're talking about here is we're talking about an environment to essentially replace email or the over reliance on email. With a lot of companies, the challenge is really just staying on the same page. It's a matter of, sharing, whether it's sharing documents, sharing ideas, collaborating within a department. A lot of these things can become really disconnected through email because, again, there's no real structure. You're kind of dealing with one main feed that's coming through, and if you go on vacation, this, you come back and you have like 500 emails sitting there, and you're like, oh God, I got to go through each and every single one of these things, or at least clear out all the spam first, and then obviously go through the rest of it. But what we want to do there is we want to break through this clutter. We want to create an environment that everybody in the organization understands and knows that, hey, this is the place that we're going to engage, share, and connect, whether it's inside the department, whether it's sharing an idea, whether it's just, sharing a little bit of office humor. Again, these are things that are difficult to do, especially in a virtual world. A lot of companies nowadays are moving that direction. Everything's becoming more virtual, and obviously that makes it harder for us to have that kind of camaraderie during the day. That office humor, that coffee break discussion, and these are things that are important again to maintain that sense of morale around the office or around your company, and also, more importantly, to create that sense of connectedness. That's really what we're talking about here. Building the community is all about feeling connected to something, right? You're part of a club, you're part of an organization, whatever that happens to be. Again, you're part of that, but it gives you that being part of it gives you a certain feeling, right? So that's what we want for your organization. So basically, what I'm going to do to get started, I'm going to walk you through 4 main steps to get this set up. The first thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to walk you through this, is to actually set up the site. So what we're going to do, now I'm signed in, so I'm going to go here and click on Dashboard. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and click on Create New Hub Site. And then from here, you want to go ahead and enter your domain details. So go ahead and add, say, private test. This could be the name of your company, obviously. You can add this in here. So let's call this private test. And then here, select the template. You want to choose private social hub site. So again, public social hub site is just basically where they don't have to log in to see the activity, whereas again, private social hub site is a secure location where, again, only members that you import into that community will be able to access it. So you want to go ahead and select it, and you'll know you selected it by the orange square here around the little icons here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then down here I could put in a place to, and site tagline I could put in a place to maybe say engage, share, and connect. Again, this can be whatever you want. And then click on Create Social Hub Site. And then the next phase, just go ahead and you'll see it is created. So we're going to go ahead and continue to do the website. So just click on that, and you'll see here, this will take you right to the dashboard. So you see there's basically three basic steps that we want to move forward to get this thing started. So first step is importing members, obviously, and then the second step is edit site design, and then create groups. So to import members, what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Again, you'll see it opens up a new window, so you don't have to, again, you don't have to worry about going back. You can always just kind of skip back and forth if you need to. So you have this window open. You can click on settings. Settings will actually, you have the option here. You see there's a default email message that will go out once you import the member, but you can see you can change that if necessary. You could probably just leave that the way it is. Again, it is set to do its job, basically, to give the person, to let them know they have a new account, as well as to give them their username and password. And then the next phase, we want to go ahead and what we want to do here, again, there's a couple options what you can do to import. You can click on blank form to, you can see here, you can say a number of new users, and you can click on create blank form. Here you can actually enter in the person's details, username, password, and so forth. But again, you can see you can do that all the way through, or you can click on CSV TXT upload. And I'm going to go ahead and do this because most of us have databases that we're dealing with, Excel files or something that we're exporting out of in order to import members. So what I'm going to do, I actually have a sample page or sample document. So I'm going to go ahead and open that. Actually, I'm going to change my screen here so you can see it. Okay, so you can see here basically what you want to do. You can follow the instructions here on the page. I'm actually going to skip back over so you can see that. You can see here on this page it has an example of basically how you want to set up your column. So if you can see username, password, email, role, first name, last name. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch this back over here to our document. And you can see here, basically what I did is I have username. Now I got some demo accounts here, but you can see username demo 20 all the way to 28. And then you can see it basically I have a password set. I have the person's email address, the role. You can keep the role subscriber. Really, again, if you have the roles of administrator, and editor, and author, we'll go over that at a different time. But again, if you're doing this to set it up for your company, just set them up as subscribers initially. First name, again, you just put that in. Of course, last name, pretty basic. And then you want to make sure that you export this as a CSV file. So if you're in a Mac, obviously you'll see these options typically if you're using numbers, but you'll also see that when you hit Save As inside of an Excel document or Excel worksheet. So we want to go ahead and just export that to CSV. And I'm going to go back to our page here and import that. We're going to go ahead and choose File. And then I'm going to go ahead and choose the sample user database just to make sure I'm not selecting numbers. I want to make sure I'm selecting the CSV document. Hitting upload file. You can see now what it does, it actually imports literally every column. So you see you have like the basic column here, which is username, password, email. You can go ahead and just delete that, that part of it. And then what you can do here is, what I usually do is just check off the option, customize column order. So you can see here you have username, password, you have email, role, and then first name, last name. Website, you can add that in. I didn't do it for this particular case, but either way. So, but now again, if you don't have them in this order, then obviously you can rearrange this by you can click on the arrows here. So if you wanted to move first name, if you realize the first name in this is where say role is, then you can go ahead and just adjust where that is. So it imports directly to the right field. Now you can see in my document, I had some extra fields here, which really don't need to be imported. So I'm going to go ahead and just actually delete those. And typically that's more of a Mac thing where it's going to recognize every row. And then you can go ahead and click on Create User Information Form. And you can see it pre-fills in all the information here for you. Pretty simple. You can see username, password, email, got the role there. And that's pretty much about it there. So and then when you're done there, just go ahead and click on Add All Users. And you can see here, you can see that, again, these users have been successfully imported. And if it hasn't been successfully imported, it usually means that one, either they already have a username and password set up on Social Hub site, which is, again, there's a different way to add that, which I'll show you. But or again, maybe there's an email address that isn't formatted correctly or something. So maybe you forgot the .com or the .net or the @ symbol, so forth. So this is again, we did our import. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and actually exit out of this window because again, this did open up a new window. So next thing I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and edit site design. Again, you'll see this opens up another window. So here you can go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and upload my logo. And I have it somewhere here. Here we go. You can see this will automatically upload that. I'm not going to mess with this right now, but you can change the header background color, the menu color, background body color, all this kind of stuff. Obviously, for time's sake, I'll say I won't spend time doing that. But you can go ahead and just hit save all changes. Really, in context to setting this up for a company, probably just need to set up the logo initially, and then again, so that's pretty much all we're doing there. Again, just hitting upload logo. You can always remove and then add another one if you want. But again, pretty basic, pretty simple. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that window. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create groups. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that. And what I usually do in terms of setting this up for a private community or private company is I always have an all members group. And then from there, you can actually build out your groups for departments, say marketing, finance, and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and choose all members here. And let's say this is a group for all members of the company. Again, you could be as creative as you want here. There's no set rule for how you do this, but typically what I do, again, in this case, since it's an all members group in the company, as long as you know that you're just importing people that are going to be inside of your company, not like outside vendors or anything like that, then you can keep this as public. Basically, and you'll see there's a list here that shows you what this means. Basically, public just means they can automatically be added, which again, if you're adding them in, again, you don't really have to worry about that. But then private group just means that, again, they can request membership, but it does require a moderator or administrator of the group to be able to accept that. And then, of course, you have a hidden group, which is good for like executives. So if you are creating sort of like, okay, a board members group or something where you don't want anybody else to even know that it exists, you can go ahead and choose that. In this particular case, I'm just going to keep it as a public group because, again, it's an all members group. You can go through, obviously, and adjust any of the notifications, which members are allowed to invite other members to this group. As far as group calendaring, who can create events. So you can see, do you want to have members create their own events or moderators, so forth. Again, you could probably just keep this with the default settings. Again, I could spend some more time going over that. But again, we want to try to keep this webinar to about a half hour. So again, you could probably just keep these as default. That usually works pretty well within a company. Email subscription default. I usually keep this as all email because, again, you want this as a working email. So anytime there's anything posted to that particular group, you want that to go out instantaneously. You don't want to have that wait until the person is till the end of the day or something, especially if it's a working group or, something comes up, it's urgent. Again, you want to make sure that's set as all email. And so we move forward here. You can see this allows, again, you can enable documents, and you can see there's a minimum role for the allowing documents to be uploaded. So I usually just keep this as group member. This allows anybody that is a member, of course, an employee or anybody else to add documents. But if you only want, say, the group admin, say yourself, to just be able to add the documents, you can select that as well. You can adjust the avatar or the picture of your avatar or picture. Again, same thing for the group. You can just keep it as default too if you want. But again, if you want to be creative, you can add a picture in there. And lastly, you can send invites. You can see what it does. It actually brings up all the members. So you can say, hey, I want these people to be a part of the group. So you can just select who you want to be a part of this particular group, and this will actually send out the invitation, and then which is great. And again, you can import them into the group. And again, of course, you can send your first message out. But the reason why I suggest this method is it actually gets them, it actually sort of forces them to come back in and actually feel as if they were accepted or they had to accept their membership into the group. Great for engagement for the first time. That way they're not getting an email with their first, status update in the group saying, okay, what the heck is this? Again, it kind of gives them a good starting point. So I'm going to go ahead here and just, again, I selected these people. So I'm going to go ahead and hit finish. And again, they'll get a notification both through email as well as through it'll also show up here on the site itself. Now, in a different webinar, I'll show you how to actually set up push notifications directly, so it actually goes to the mobile phones. So now you can start to use text message and so forth. But for this particular case, again, I'm just going to show you how to do the basic setup. But you can see here. So again, all the group is created. So now we have the ability to see calendar, group documents, members, group events. So maybe a board meeting or a company meeting, email option. Of course, you do have your admin options. And so again, so I'm going to set up another group actually. In your company, I always say, you set up the all members group, but then you might want to set up groups for, say, departments. So we want to go ahead. I'm just going to create a, say, marketing department, or just marketing. And to say a group for marketing, or all members of the marketing department. And just moving forward on the rest of the setup. This particular case, I'll keep this private. Because again, I only want people to, or members of the marketing group to, or marketing department to be able to see that. And I'm going to choose all email. And again, just going to hit next step. The group avatar, just bypass that. And of course, I can select other members to that particular group. So pretty basic, pretty simple. Of course, you can remove invites if you'd like to. So if you're like, I'd hit that, again, you can check them, either check them off, uncheck them, or you can actually just hit remove invite. It does basically the same thing. And just click finish. And voila, now we have, as you can see here, we have a now we have an all members group, marketing group. Now again, I'm in the free plan here, so obviously it's limiting my group membership, but or the amount of groups. Again, you are allowed one particular group for the free plan, but then obviously you need to upgrade. So I actually for this particular case, I'll at least show you. I'm going to at least show you what it looks like on the front end here. So the groups, again, you can see we have the marketing group, we have all members group. Any groups would be listed here. Of course, they would also be listed inside of the groups page itself. But of course, this is a demo site, so basically, I haven't upgraded myself yet. To actually upgrade, you can just click on Premium Upgrade. Go ahead and you can just walk through the different plans that we have. Pretty affordable to get started, but of course, you get gets rid of the ads and all that stuff. So. But what I want to show you next is, so again, what we've done is we've created the site, we've branded the site, we've added our members, we've created the necessary groups or departments in this particular case. Now, what we want to do is actually share content. So one of the couple things that you can do, one of the suggestions I make is that one is, you can share a link. So, I have a little office humor video here. Pretty hilarious, actually. Some guy who loves to go to work on Monday mornings. So you can actually just paste that. If you want, you can share it. You can share it via link. It just does it, formats it a little bit differently, like you're typically used to seeing on, say, LinkedIn or other social networks. But if you copy, say, a video from, say, YouTube, if you just paste the YouTube link here, it'll actually format that directly into a YouTube video, so you don't even have to convert that. So good examples. If you want to share that out to the all members group, and basically all you need to do is just say post in all members, paste the link here. If you want to add a little, maybe add a little description here. Here's here's a little bit of Monday humor, and we can go ahead and just hit post update. And you can see what it does. It formats that video. So a couple things happen. Obviously, it sends that email out because we have chosen the all members, the all members group or the group itself, and we've chosen the email option to be instantaneous. And then, of course, you can see here. Obviously, they can come here, watch the video, and so forth. And this is actually a pretty hilarious video I found. But again, one of the things that you could do again when you're looking at part of this is to create that one place where people can go and share everything from documents to links to status updates and with each other. But again, adding a little bit of humor obviously draws people back in. You got to realize this is a community, so there's a little bit of a human element here that you have to add in. So not saying that you have to throw up usually kind of purposeless YouTube videos, but again, something like this, you got a little bit of humor here. It gets people to feel good about hey, this is a cool place. This is where we go to interact with other people inside of the company, but it's also, gives me a little bit of humor during the day. So anyway, the And so yeah, again, you can add videos if you want. You can also add your own videos. So let's just say you have a quick status update, or maybe you want to tell everybody in the marketing or sales department to get a quick status update. Well, instead of getting that in a form of a long Word document or in some sort of report from a sales CRM that you have, which is sort of impersonal. I mean, it kind of tells you some things, but it's not really bringing in the emotional side of it. You can actually just click on record video. And as you can see here, it automatically connects into your webcam as long as they have one, of course. And all they have to do is hit the red button to start the video. Hello, everyone. And just hit the red button to stop the video. And of course, you can re-record. I do this a lot. And hit save. Make sure you hit save. You'll see what it actually does. It puts the video short code inside of the activity box or the status update box here. And from here, I can say, here is a quick marketing update. And I can, automatically share this. I can say I want to share this with the marketing group. And very simply, just hit post update. And it automatically converts the video to this format. And you can see my lovely video here. And what's cool about this too is these videos are private. We're using a private service through Viddler. So it is a secure and private video that only members of your company would be able to view. So really cool. Again, as far as that status, think about that status update, or if you're the CEO or the founder, let's just say you have contractors. Maybe you don't have employees. You got a bunch of contractors that are sort of all over the place. This is a great way to kind of spread that message, saying, "Hey guys, here's what we're doing. Here's what we're trying to do." Video is a great way to do that. Obviously, text and those long emails, a lot of people don't read them. There's really no way to really measure that. At least here you can kind of say, hey, here's, leave a comment, and obviously video is just, much better to, much more exciting to watch than, or much more exciting to consume, at least, than, just reading text. A couple other things you can add photos. So you find a funny picture, or even just have a photo, maybe at a company outing or something like that. Again, these are great opportunities to be able to create that sense of engagement with that, again, without posting it onto these public social networks where really you don't want that picture from the holiday party or, these other things being shared outside the company. You can also, a big thing you can do is also share links. So let's just say that you find a really good link somewhere. Let's just say on, for our business, we're in digital marketing. So we go to Social Media Today, which is an excellent resource for social media tips. Got a lot of great experts over there. So if I find a good article from somebody, what we'll do is basically I'll just, find the article, take the link from that article, and say if I want to share this with the marketing group, I can go ahead and just paste that link in here, and you can hit preview. It automatically formats that for you. Does a nice job bringing in the picture here. You can change the picture, of course, if you want. And then just, again, make sure you post it in a particular group. So maybe I want to post this in the marketing group. Then I can go ahead and just hit add link. And you can see that adds that directly into the page here. So again, the other thing that, of course, that'll also, now I did share this with a group. So again, you can see, because marketing is a private group, you can see that's why it's not showing in all members, because this is what only group, if you have access to that group, only what you can see. So again, that's, if you're wondering, hey, where did that go in my main feed? Again, that's because you did post it into a group, but that group is private. Public groups, obviously, you'd be able to, all members be able to see that because it is public. So again, you can see basically, we have, the option for links, sharing videos, adding photos. Another thing you can do is share documents. This is pretty big. Let's just say, you have, it could be any kind of document, a process document, database. So let's just say I, want to upload that sample, member database. If you're a membership organization, think about minutes, the minutes, you have inside of maybe groups or different committees that you're part of. This is a great way to be able to not only create one centralized location, but also to notify everybody, hey, you know what, this is posted to this particular group. So actually, what I'll do is I'll just keep member database. and to say, this, and just describe the document. This is document or a database of members. And of course, you can attach files. So I'm going to go ahead here and just upload that CSV file. It's for sample sake here. And actually here, wait, let me pull up a different. Let's see here. I'm just going to pull in a different image here. And of course, what you can see here, basically what it does, and no matter what the image, if it's an image, it'll put up an image here in an image icon. If it's a database, like an Excel file, it'll show, of course, that image. And then, of course, if it's like a PDF, it'll show those images as well. So again, you can see really, again, you can add more than one document too. You can also delete more than one. You can delete them as well. So you're not stuck with one document in there at any time. You can say, again, you can choose which group you want this document to be associated with. This is important, again, because it sends that notification out. So again, if you just select none, it's not going to notify anybody. So you want to make sure you're at least selecting, marketing, or that's why I always say all members. So if you're trying to, share with, everybody in the company, just making sure that it at least has that notification mechanism built into it. So in this particular case, we may just share this with marketing. You can also change the access levels. Again, who can read this document, and who can edit this document. So you can say, maybe if you want other members of the marketing to edit the document, again, you can allow them to do that, so forth. Again, you can go down through the different options that exist here. Another thing that's very important is also tagging. So let's just say that you want to create a taxonomy. So everything that's a database, maybe you put in database, and everything that, maybe if it's including members, maybe it includes members, and then any other document, basically that's associated with that, you want to make sure you're using very similar words to describe that document. Basically, that's all really what taxonomy really is. It's just a way to sort out information without actually having to kind of formally categorize it, especially when you have a lot of content. So again, you can just comma separate that, and you can see here, of course, it gives you the example here. This is something we're also trying to do with Social Website, is to build in everything we talk about and train about. We're trying to build in some tooltips. So if you're at a location, you're like, how the heck did I do that? Forget what Jason said. You'll be able to just hover over an icon that will actually help you through that. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit save here in this document. So what this would normally do, of course, is just email everybody in that particular group that, again, here's the document that's been uploaded. Again, other people can comment on that, add a video comment if they want to add some interactivity. You can also edit that document. So if you go here and edit, you can see I can add files, I can delete this file. And then once you hit save, what will actually happen is, because your email notifications are instant, at least in this particular case, it will automatically notify everybody in that group that you have edited that document. And that's really important, because sometimes, you upload the document, somebody downloads it, and then, they're like, okay, this is what I think is the, kind of the final version of it. And then you have to make an update, you tweak something. Then, when you go to re-upload, delete and re-upload that, people are like, okay, well, no, I didn't know that. So at least this gives them the mechanism to be able to say, hey, you know what, Jason looks like he edited that member database. I better go back in and check that, because my version might not be the same. So again, really great tool. I think we have a lot of customers that utilize the document feature here. Something that we're looking to expand on as well in terms of functionality. But overall, again, it's got basically everything you need to get the foundation for your community off the ground. You could also see here, the last thing is there is versioning built into this, so you have the ability to share. Do you want as far as the revisions to a particular document, do you want to use an older one or a newer one? That type, and compare the revisions of that. So. Of course, I've only uploaded this once, but again, you would normally be able to see that. So basically, again, that's pretty much it. I mean, really, what we're talking about here in terms of a private community is, again, getting your members imported. Step one. Again, they're really just following the 3 steps here. Importing your members, editing your site design, and then creating your groups, and then to start publishing, start posting. There's a lot of other great features that are built into this that will allow you to um, engage people even further. So again, things like adding people in discussions, you can do that. Individual people. So it says, "Hey, demo 26" or whatever their name is. You've been added to a discussion. Here's what it said. So again, there's a lot of ways to kind of not only share within a particular group, but also to be able to kind of pull out and show, to be able to engage individual members that are a part of that group potentially. You can see also, again, you have a number of different key options really when it comes to sharing content, different types of content, photos, videos, links, documents. These are really the crucial things that you need to do. Anything outside of that is in our eyes right now isn't really that crucial. And again, you have a number of different options to add. Add pages. You can add, so if you wanted to, create some other bits of documentation, you can do that. You have a lot of flexibility of what you can do inside of the particular community. So, really, again, what I would say is, get started. You can get started for free at Social Hub site. Get it off the ground. And then, once you've gotten once you've gotten everything ready to go, and you want to expand, you want to kind of continue to keep uploading documents. Of course, that's when you can upgrade. We have some really great plans set up for you, very affordable to get going. All you have to do is hit on that premium upgrade. You can see we have plans from $29 to $99 a month based upon the number of groups members. So again, small company, maybe a small organization, you might just need the $29 plan with 3 groups, 25 members, pretty basic stuff. Our free plan includes 1 group, 30 megabytes of storage, and 25 members. The ads, of course, that's just a way to get started, get off the ground. But ultimately, if you want to expand this, obviously, you can see we allow plans here that allow you to scale without having to worry about kind of jumping into too far ahead. So anyway, that's, with that said, I mean, really what it comes down to is, just again, getting this started, getting people involved. You'll find through, again, by joining in some of the other webinars when we talk about, how to engage your community and really how to engage maybe, members inside of your organization. It comes down to the consistency. This is all great. You can set this up. You might sit on this is Wednesday morning as I'm doing this. You could sit around and say, hey, I created this site, got all of our members in here. It's great. But you don't want to just sit back and say, hey, this is here. You want to develop a schedule that, every single day or, every other day, whatever works. But as long as it's consistent, is that you're, engaging the community. Maybe that's, again, sharing documents, sharing videos. You can even add, there's a webinar we just did on gamification. So you can actually set up a reward system. So, people that are engaging inside of the community, you can actually give them badges and a lot of things like that kind of make people feel really good about it. Maybe tie those badges to actually real rewards, and so forth. So a lot of things you can do beyond that. But again, when you're getting started, don't worry about like, okay, I got to add in gamification. I got to do all these videos and everything. Start simple. Start with sharing links. Start with sharing a document. Once you start to share documents inside of here, people will start culturizing around the community, especially when it's pertinent, especially when they were like, okay, normally this document got just emailed to me. Now I'm just getting an email or text message notification saying, hey, I got to go back into this community to get that. And that's what you want, because more people start logging in, the more people start entering that community, the more visible any of the other bits of content that you want to share are going to be. As far as your videos, and it comes down to that one company update that you have to send out. It's very important. You want people to know that, hey, you know what, when I come here, this is a place that they expect. It's a place where we engage, share, and connect. It's kind of the campfire of your company to some extent. I mean, it's a place that it's outside of your day-to-day, your tactful sort of project management type of communication. So with that said, hopefully this has been educational to, number one, to get you started, and 2, to get you off on the right foot and getting this actually culturized inside of your organization. So again, if you do have any questions, you can always go back to your Social Hub site dashboard, which again, you can just go to socialhubsite.com and just go to your dashboards by clicking either on dashboard on the homepage, or you can click on dashboard in the menu. You can see here, just click on dashboard. And of course, you can submit a support question, and one of our support representatives will follow up. So again, if you have any questions, maybe you're get stuck on something, you can go ahead and just ask the question there, and we will respond very quickly to that. So anyway, thanks for joining in. Be sure to check out our upcoming webinars. If you go in our community tab and click on Learn, you can see we have a whole lineup of webinars coming up on different elements of community. You can see here, you click on the month calendar to kind of get a more of a futuristic look here. You can also add this to your calendar just by clicking on, of course, add events to your calendar. Automatically populate your Apple Calendar or Google Calendar or Outlook Calendar, whatever you have. And I think we'll go from there. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next webinar.